Hello YouTube, this is Walk the CP Line, and we are taking a look at the 13 things CP will teach you, or cerebral palsy. So please stay tuned. At number 1, you are not your CP, but sometimes you are. Now, that's kind of hard to say, because sometimes people try to tell you acting that way, and you're really not. But sometimes it's okay to just let everything go. It's perfectly normal. You're human. And that's at number 1. So let's move on. And at number 2, keep your friends close. You'll know who your friends are, and you'll know who your best friends are, because your best friends want to be there to help you out and everything else. Now, I ain't saying like in high school or nothing like that, but your normal friends, they'll kind of be okay, but your best friends, you could call them up and say, hey, I need this, and they'll kind of help you out. They'll help you out as best as they can. So, you know who that is, and you know who's making fun of you. You just sense it. So keep your friends close, and hey, do stuff for them too. That's at number 2. Now let's move on. And at number 3, falling is terrible. But when you have a disability like cerebral palsy, it's kind of hard not to. Sometimes it could be a good thing, sometimes you might be able to pick up a date. You may fall, but somebody may pick you up, as a date. So, yep. Never happened to me before, though. Yeah. Let me know if it ever happened to you. Leave it down in the comments. Moving on. And at number 4, accessibility parking, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's the best thing of having cerebral palsy, because, you got a handicap sticker, but you really need it. Everybody needs it if they're really disabled. People that ain't disabled, they need to stay out the parking lot, that people that can't walk and stuff like that need, keep out of it. So, and that's the best thing that cerebral palsy teaches you, is that care for others, So, moving on. And at number 5, if people think you're drunk, just go with it. It's better for them to think you're drunk than disability-wise, because they'll laugh at, most people don't, they laugh at people with disabilities and stuff like that. So if they think you're drunk or a zombie, just go with it. But now if you're driving down the road in a car or driving, if a cop pulls you over, don't go with it. Don't say you're drunk or zombie, because you're gonna be in handcuffs. And if I drove, if a cop pulled me over and told me to walk the yellow line, yep, I might as well just sit my butt in the back seat, because yeah, I am not gonna be walking that straight line pretty soon. So let's move on to number 6. And at number 6, find other people with disabilities with the same trouble that you have, because it gives you an encouragement. And, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing to have a community, to talk about your problems, your disabilities, your cerebral palsy and stuff like that. So, that's at number 6. So it's okay to look up other YouTubers or whatever. So let's move on. And at number 7, it's okay to make fun of yourself, because everybody's got to have a laugh one day or another. But to make fun of other people, that's just wrong. But to make fun of yourself, go along with it. You'll have fun. Hey, this right here, I make fun of all the time. But I don't make fun of other people. I make fun of myself. 2 apple pies. Come on now. That's funny to me, but if somebody would make fun of me, I wouldn't like it. So, but it's okay to make fun of yourself. go along with it. Hey, you'll have fun. You'll smile about it. And moving on. And at number 8, set a goal. Try to beat that goal. Set whatever comes to your mind. But kind of take it easy at the same time too, because you work hard as you can the first day, especially with cerebral palsy. People that if they work way too hard, they'll be aching the whole next day. And take it easy. That's okay. Take it very easy. But if you set your mind to something, try to do it. And that's the biggest thing that I always do. Try to set my mind to it and try to set my goal. So without further ado, let's move on. And at number 9, I have CP, but CP don't have me. And that's the thing that we need to set. Don't let CP bring you down, or cerebral palsy or disability. Because if you drag around and let disability bring you down, it's going to bring you down. But if you say, hey, I'm going to fight this disability, you'll fight it. You'll set your goal. And that's another thing, setting your goal. It's hard to go through life with disability, but if you define yourself saying that I have a disability and don't, just sit around and not do nothing, then you let the disability take over and you didn't take over. So you need to take over, not the disability. But still, take it kind of easy. Moving on. And at number 10, try to find the right pair of shoes. Because hey, you wear high heels, that's not going to feel real comfortable. But if you wearing, the best shoes that possibly makes you feel good, I wouldn't worry about nobody else. If you show up at a wedding in shoes and not high heels, that's totally fine. I would rather be standing there with comfortable shoes than shoes that kill my feet for over 2 or 3 hours. So make sure you find the right pair of shoes for you. Moving on. And at number 11, ask for help when you need it. And that's the best thing you could do. Ask for help. If you need help, don't worry about nobody else. Worry about you. If you can't lift a car on your own, ask somebody else. Somebody else may be able to lift it on their own, but it's fine to, ask for help. So when you need help, ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask. Nobody's perfect. God didn't make nobody perfect. God made people the way He wanted them to be made. You may be good at something, somebody else may not. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Moving on. And at number 12, stretching. Now, I don't do that a lot. That's kind of bad. I kind of break that rule. But it's very important to stretch. And when you stretch, it makes you feel better. And that's very important. And I looked that up, so I'm going to, try that out myself. So make sure you stretch every day. And that's at number 12. So moving on. And finally, at number 13, be yourself. I cannot say that enough. Don't worry about what another person thinks about you. You're your own person. They're their own person. So just be yourself. Be who you want to be. And that is the 13 things that CP teaches you. Thank you for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe and comment down below. I do answer comments. Thank you and goodbye.